you can see, guys, the no return valve is holding the water at the moment. But I suspect it does sort of lose the water slowly over time on the cheat valve. But I thought I'd just show you what they're designed to do, to hold and contain the water where you need it until you need to turn the pump back on. That keeps your bacteria still alive and living, basically.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Oh, I tell you what, building ponds takes a lot of bloody work, especially when you're on your own and you've got no one to help you out. So what have I achieved today? So we've made sure the bowl filter is working. If you haven't checked out the video of how I've built it, the two videos, go and check them out because you'll find that interesting. So we've going to basically rip out the liner, get rid of the capping wood off, well, not get rid of it, I'm going to reuse it, but take it off, get rid of those pesky tank connectors that were a pain in the butt. I didn't silicone them properly last time. I'll do a better job next time, I'll tell you that. Obviously we've got a new Cottony Koi skimmer box. I'm sort of thinking that maybe these Cottony Koi skimmer boxes are not that great. Because Oazi do their own version. It's like many times more expensive. It's like £300, but it's certainly a lot better. But there is something to talk about regarding in-pond skimmers. A lot of people are getting skimmers that literally you just slot in the pond. They're not attached to the wall. And do you know what? I think that might be the best way to go in general when you build a pond. If you haven't cut a massive hole out the side of your wall, that is, because basically you're limiting the opportunity of leaks by having something in pond where you're not cutting into the liner. So I know a lot of people have got these floating type round skimmer things, and they're probably the best way to go, if I'm honest with you. But since I've already cut a gigantic hole in the side of my sleepers, I sort of can't really get one of those, can I? Nevertheless, they're a good idea. So get the round one, not the, I think it's the Blagdon three-cornered one. I don't think that's too good of a design, but the round ones are pretty good actually. I know quite a few people have got them. I think Gister Koi's got one of those. So yeah, the plan is to do a lot of work today, get the garden sorted out, but just take it at your own pace, ladies and gentlemen. There's no rush. Sometimes you can hurt yourself doing too much work. You know, if you've got a bit of a bad back, or you've recently hurt your back, or you struggle, maybe you've got a bit of arthritis, just take it at your own pace. Don't try and rush something and end up hurting yourself and then ending up having to take like a week off work because of something you did in your garden. Just take it at your own pace, a little bit at a time. There's no medal for who gets their pond finished the quickest. So that's just something I wanted to talk about. So without further ado, let's have a look what we've got to do today. Morning guys, thank you for coming to the video. So what have I done today? This morning, I mean. So we've got the mini pond up and running. So we've got the T running the Veriflow Evolution Aqua Pump. We've got our mini filter in the bowl going off. If you've not seen how I built this, check out the two videos I've done. We put the fish in. They are quite skittish, that's to be expected. However, one fish has some sort of white spot on his side that I've seen. Any suggestions on the best way of treating that, let me know. However, obviously this is the temporary setup for the fish. I don't want to buy any more fish at the moment until I've got the main pond finished, so I'm holding off buying some new fish at the moment. We've got our lilies in there as well. I've just got to put that one in. I thought I'd show you what we've been doing here. So this is the bit of a mess, isn't it? So I mean, I've just emptied a load of the water out. Now it's really important, guys, to reuse the water. Don't just throw it away to a drain. Use it, because it'll be full of nutrients that your plants will love. So what I've done is, you know, put it all over the garden, put some over that area where the actual pool was sitting, that was on the grass. Basically started to kill a lot of the grass off, so I thought best to move it from there, and that's what I've done. Obviously we've moved it here onto the flags, and you know, all that water there will hopefully rejuvenate the plants. I've also used a bit of that water on this area here where I've replanted that'll help that grow, and obviously a bit more over here. With that fern tree being removed, obviously all these trees here will benefit with more light, and I'm hoping they'll thrive. So essentially that's what we're up to at the moment. So that wooden box, if anyone's interested and they want it, let me know and you can have it for free. You know, I'll just show you it. Basically the tank connectors that was connected up were leaking. I suspect if you dry this out a little bit, put new tank connectors on, I'll give you that valve for free if you want it. I suspect someone could reuse this. I've got another one coming that's a bit smaller that I've actually decided to buy instead of making it. Sometimes, I think that something I need to make you aware, guys, is sometimes the cost of wood is so expensive, it's not worth sometimes building it yourself. Sometimes it's just worth buying one from, you know, a professional who makes them for a living. It's more economical, I think, because the cost of wood is so expensive these days that you could easily spend the same that it would cost to get someone to make it for you. So you know, that's just a little tip for you. If you're going to make something, make sure it's using cheap wood. If you go to a local hardware store like B&Q, you're going to obviously spend a fortune on wood. So the moss, I thought I'd show you the moss here. I've just put a bit of water on there as well. I've got it growing on a bit of pea gravel, and hopefully it'll be all right there for a little while. And essentially that's where we're at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. So you know, the filtration in here looks pretty good, and I've got a little bit of some treatment that I can put in here, and because it's confined, any sort of treatment I put in should hopefully you know, maximise its capabilities with the fish being in there. But I don't know if I've got the right treatment. So I've got this stuff I got from the local Maidenhead Aquatic Centre, and I asked for something that treats fish, and they said, oh, this will be some good stuff. But looking at this, it just seems to be a dechlorinator. It just says protects fish, but apart from that, I'm not convinced this is what I need to remove any sort of nastiness from the fish. Now obviously we've got some sort of white fungus growing on one of my fish. I'm not convinced that's the right stuff, so if anyone's got any advice on treatments, let me know. So I thought I'd show you what I'm up to at the moment. You can see the retro bottom drain there being pulled out. I've got my float switch resting against those rocks there, and as you can see, I'm in the process of removing the liner here. And obviously we've got our pump working with our filter, but I thought it'd be informative to actually show you what happens when the float switch falls downwards and it disconnects the connections that allows the power to keep going. So without further ado, you see the pump's on there, that's upright, so as soon as that drops, and as you can see, there you go, it's turned the electrics off. So these float switches is a good insurance policy in case you lose a lot of water on the retro bottom drain. The problem with bottom drains is there's no room underneath it. So if you lose all your water through that, your fish are dead. So either if you have a standard pump, you'd have it on a brick or something, so you've got a bit of water just in case, or invest in a float switch. So obviously you can see the water there. I'll just turn it upside down. Turns everything off. As you can see, obviously the bowl filter is still going because there's a bit of water contained in the actual, container. However, if we turn this back up, it starts up again. So that's the importance of having a float switch. Really important, guys. So that's how it looks with the liner out. Now we just need to pull apart all the underlay and the various bits of line I've used, because this is going to be dug out a bit more and sorted out. Right, so we've got rid of the liner, the underlay, and the skimmer box and those pesky tank connectors, and that's where we're at the moment. But I'll show you what we've done here. Incidentally, guys, if any of you is interested in this ball valve union with this waste pipe, which is metric 1.5 inch, let me know in the comments, because you know what, I'll give it away. Might as well give it to someone that can use it. It's solid welded on, it doesn't leak, so let me know. So I think we'll call it a day. So we've emptied the pond out, got rid of the liner, the underlay, taken a wall out as well, taking all the capping off. You know what, sometimes screws can be bloody stubborn. So that's it really. So let me know in the comments what you think. So the next step is going to be to dig some of this out, make it a bit wider, and I'm in two minds whether to get rid of these shelves altogether. However, that shelf there is awfully close to the garage, and I might get close to the foundations of the garage, so I'm sort of hesitant to take that one out, if I'm honest with you. But certainly get rid of that one there, and this one here. So yeah, basically we're going to make it a little bit wider, take some of this soil out, and then just basically rebuild it. Obviously it will be a bit wider, roughly to where the flag is there, and we'll have a large shelf, which will be ideal. If it's really hot, you'll be able to put your feet in there and just chill out with fish. Obviously a large shelf for the plants. We've got lots of these lilies, water lilies plants, and obviously utilise some of these rocks back in. So I've just got a new spillway. I'm going to use this smaller one for the new box filter when it turns up. However, if anyone's interested in this one, which is 33 centimeters wide, 20 long, and about 5 centimeters high in terms of the wall, it's stainless steel. This doesn't rust, ladies and gentlemen, so it'd be good for anyone that. I just want to make a smaller one, but if anyone's interested in this wider one, let me know. Are you still with me, guys? That's good. Keep watching. I've been having a bit of problems with the fish though. I pulled one of my fish out and it had a big white patch on the side of it, which is a bit concerning, so it looks like fungus. So I was wondering what sort of stuff to get, and I went on to Gaz's live that he was doing today, and he suggested some yashimi treatment that I can use to treat that. But if anyone else is watching this, let me know what treatments you would recommend for fungus growing on your fish, which be interesting to know which you use. Now I have no treatments at all. I've ordered some off Amazon, eBay recently, but I wanted to ask everyone, what would you recommend you get as a little stock, you know, Medicare to go on your shelf? What would you keep in your garage, in your sheds, when you need to treat your fish? And you know, things that are reasonably priced, not something that's ridiculous. You know, not like £50 for a small little tube or something. That's just silly. But let me know what treatments you use, what treatments would you recommend, and you know, thanks for watching.